Hey class, happy Monday! This marks the last full week of summer school. Next week is a half week, so we're almost there. Today we're doing the majority of the work for A Doll's House. You're going to have the content quizzes for Act 2 and 3 because over the weekend I've asked you to finish up the play. It was only 45 pages. And then you have a Dropbox activity and a discussion. So day 11 looks kind of scary, but in reality it's not that scary. So what I'd like you to do is we're just going to look through the content like we usually do, and I can show you what we got to do. So Unit 4, you'll notice the title is Breaking the Chains of Social Order. I'd like you to think about that a little bit because breaking the chains of social order, how has that happened in the play, or how do you think that it is happening right now? So we're going to look at the required reading, which is Act 2. You'll love it because there is not a lot of content for this activity. And we're going to go to the assignment. So here is the quiz for Act 2, and here is the Dropbox. So I really like this task because it really helps us get into the frame of mind of a play. So I will update this to include your names, so don't worry about that. But you're going to look here and see which character you are assigned, and you are going to look at characterization in a deeper way. So for example, let's look at Nora. So we are going to look at Nora and use what we've learned from the personality traits exercise to submit the character development organizer. So let's just open this up and take a look at it. So this should look familiar. We practiced this already. I'm expecting you to get better and better at this. I want you to pick 3 character traits for her and find the quotes from A Doll's House. But the way that this is a little bit different is in terms of stage directions. So I want you to find 2 stage directions in the story that emphasize the significant character trait. Stage directions are in italics. So that part here, you're going to quote what the stage direction is and then tell me what kind of character trait that portrays. So we're looking at the actual text, but we're also looking at the subtext, looking at how a character might act that out. So you're going to complete that, and then that's our Dropbox task. We have a discussion as well. So for Act 3, what does freedom look like? Again, you can see the content page is pretty short. I really like this. Variations of the term freedom appear in Doll's House at least 15 times. So we can see how freedom was a theme in The Strangers That Came to Town. And now we're following that theme here. So when we go to the assignment page, we can see that there's a quiz, and then there's the discussion. So I want you to find the words free or freedom, and I'm going to assign you an act. So if your last name begins with A through J, you're going to do Act 3, and if you're at the end of the alphabet, H through Z, you're going to do Act 1 and 2. You can complete the chart, which is going to ask you to look at these words a little bit in more detail and consider the following questions. So the idea is that through the discussion we should get a varied amount of the idea of free. So you can see here how many times they appear. So there's only 1 in Act 2, so that's why Act 1 and 2 are together. So what I want you to consider is this. So you're going to come up with 3 examples, include the quote, the act and the page, who says it to whom, so like Nora to Torvald. Context for the quotation, so like what's happening in the story when that is being said, and then the meaning and significance. So I want you to fill out this chart, and then we should be able to come up with an idea of what freedom is based off of this data. So we're going to use this information, and we're going to be like, okay, based off of all of this, I think Ibsen thinks freedom is this. So it's definitely a thinking task, and then we're going to post it in the discussion. We can just post a summary of our charts. We don't have to post our actual charts. So just post the like Coles notes of what you put in your chart. So that is what is on the plan for today. Tomorrow we are going to be working on our summative task for Unit 4.